Yes, I'm doing it again. I'm gonna show you a game where I beat it someone famous, so let's make me happy and watch this replay together. The map is Antigua Shipyard. I am AI Headhunter, Blue Protoss on the left side, and on the cross position is Dignitas Select and Korean Terran. This is an older game from Clan War played between Alien Invasion and Dignitas. I think we lost the clan war, but it was only 3-2, so it was a kinda okay result. My game against Select was 2-1. He won 2-1, so I managed to lose after all. But this was the first game, and I think he underestimated me. So I'm quite happy about this map. As you can see, or as you will see, I'm gonna play something different, not something not standard, because I didn't believe myself that I could beat Select in a fair game, so I had to mix things up. Um, here I'm gonna make a gateway, guess, then a second guess, and you will see the rest. Uh, Obviously, I'm gonna scout, but I think Select won't be scouting at all, and this will be maybe his biggest mistake in this game, that he won't scout at all. This map is quite good for early blink rushes on one base or even two base, so Terrans should watch out for this, because the cliff is very vulnerable. You can blink your stalkers up from, the wall side of the map. Oh, Select didn't let my probe in his base. He walled off fully. So theoretically, I'm not sure if he's taking gas or not. Uh, but, you know, I think I'm gonna take a guess and I'm gonna assume he will expand, but we will see. His marine obviously secured the ramp to his natural, so my probe alone can't scout his expansion. But I'm gonna look on the typical position for proxy barracks, because he might be making another proxy barracks, and that would be pretty bad. Even if I'm on one base, but I'm not gonna have many units. So, double racks aggression would most definitely kill me. Right now my probe is waiting on my natural, so if I meet scouting SCV, I can pretend that I want to make an expansion, but as you can see, I'm making a Twilight Council, and I'm leaving my Stalker under my natural ramp, so I can kill any incoming SCVs and force my opponent to scan if he wants to know whether I'm expanding or not. I myself, I'm not scouting anymore, which is obviously a mistake, but as I said, I'm playing Select, so I just need to take some risks, and it's not a ladder game where I would scout the Terran expansion with a Zealot probe, a Stalker probe, or something. So I made two probes to each mineral, then I stopped, then I made Robo and two additional gates, and I started Blink, and after all that tech I can go back to making some probes, only few, and I can also make one Stalker before Warp Gate is done. I think I'm gonna boost an Observer, or at least I should do it. Or maybe not. maybe the Robo is in time. I think the build is pretty solid if you want to make one base blink. It's basically the fastest choice. Just two probes on each mineral, then put your tech up, and then make few additional probes. Then warp units near your opponent's main, and be ready to blink up when when the blink research is done. But right now we can see I should have chrono boosted my observer because he's not in time. I already have blink. I didn't need to use the last chrono boost on blink, but I needed the observer to be in my opponent's main a little bit earlier, a few seconds earlier, so I could blink in his main, let's say 7:10 maybe, or 7:15, let's say 7:15. So I'm doing it right now, and I think he's pretty surprised by that because he didn't scout at all, he didn't scan. So I'm gonna cancel his tech. That's really important to cancel his either his stim in tech lab or to cancel his tech because medivacs are pretty good against blink harass because he can take damage to his bio and heal up. Right now I have killed his tech lab also. I lost one stalker, but that's kinda okay. His amount of army is pretty low, so he didn't expect it at all. And this is going very well for me. I was able to kill many units, and as you can see the supplies shows that I'm ahead, and he is maybe in panic mode, researching all sort of stuff and using his SCVs to defend, but this is almost impossible for him to defend because he has only 2 marauders and I'm focusing them down. I should be blinking my stalkers individually and not be able to lose any. And yes, I'm doing it. And I killed almost all of his army. Right now I'm even splitting my army to two groups to harass 2 places at once. And because I want to make him lift his orbital, or at least to lose many SCVs. I'm not even watching my first group, but as right now we can see I killed some SCVs and I'm harassing the orbital and it's getting dangerously low. I'm blinking again with my second group, and this two-pronged aggression is working really well against Terran, who has you know almost no units. I think he definitely should should have lifted his orbital because this is not cost effective for him. He wants to mine at 2 places, but it's not gonna work unless he loses too many. Right now my nexus is up, my supply is really high. So basically this game, we can say this game is over. This position is not very good for me. I'm trying to focus the marauders, but he has a good concave and I lost some stalkers, so I'm not gonna engage again. I'm gonna only harass, but I think I could win this game on 1 base. If I added maybe 4th gateway and just mass blink stalker, I would be able to win. But let's say if you're gonna play this strategy, you're not gonna find yourself in such a good position to win the game from 1 base. So it's a good example how to follow up. You make some harassment and then you expand, make your nexus, double chrono boost your pros maybe, and keep the aggression going on. Keep his starport as delayed as possible, because once the medivacs are out, the aggression is almost over and he can counter attack, he can drop you, and it's very dangerous. So I wasn't looking at very bad time and now I lost a few stalkers for free. So dSeleCT is kinda stabilizing the game. His supply is still down and he's really behind, but he survived at least for a while. And also what I should have mentioned earlier, make more than 1 observer. I usually make 3 observers with this build, even though it cost me a lot of gas. But there's no worse situation when Terran scans your observer and you have no other observer and your aggression from 1 base is all over until you make another observer. So always have more observers because you have to keep the pressure on. You can't stop. So right now I'm basically doing whatever I want. I'm researching charge, making more gateways, double forge, and so on. But if you're not so ahead, then 1 forge is okay. maybe earlier Templar archives for emergency Archon or to gather some mana for Storm before he counters attack. Right now I'm again delaying his tech, so this is very good for me. He has to start Starport again and it's 14 minutes in the game, so you know I'm feeling really safe because he can't do anything. The game is, you know, the game is mine. I just I think I cannot lose in this position. Uh, what Terran could do in the situation when facing one base blink is counter attack before Medivacs, just with the bio. But in this scenario, you can force field your ramp on the main, like theoretically forever, because he can just go up the ramp without Medivacs. So that's something you can think about, and you can also make a Dark Shrine if you see your opponent is not taking starport and is trying to counter attack with just bio. It also works very well, but this is not the case. So I'm trying to harass, but it's getting too hard because the army of Select is really big against my Blink Stalkers only, but you know, I have plenty of charge lots, I finished my Templar archives and 1-1 upgrades. So basically, when my Storm is done, I'm gonna A-move into his base and win the game. But this is extreme situation. It's usually not working like this. Usually it's much more even, and the Terran is able to get a bigger army, faster medivacs, and so on. Right now his steam is done, his medivacs are out, so he caught my stalkers a little bit unwatched, but my chargers are here. The position is really good for him, so even though my army is bigger, I backed off a little bit. But right now it like doesn't matter. I just A-move everything, and even though my chargers are not attacking, I still will be able to clear this army and then A-move into his natural and finish him off. Yes, I made a proxy pylon, but it's not really a forward pylon as I would hope, because he focused my probe. He is flying his factory across the map, and I think he won't be happy as he sees my army, the high amount of charge lots, and maybe even the upgrades. Not sure if he clicked on my units. I'm making even another Nexus because my main is close to finish. It's usually like that in every game. After the 17-minute mark, you should think about making another Nexus because your main is gonna be close to mined out. So if you don't want the game to turn to all in, you should make another Nexus in 17 to 18 minutes. Right now, Storm against no Ghost, pretty much one-sided game, and there's the GG. So to sum it up, one base blink, kinda strong on Antigua, on Shakuras, and I think that's all. Only 2 maps. What's important? Important to make multiple observers. Important to keep the harass, keep the pressure. Maybe sometimes it's good to split your stalkers, harass main and expansion at the same time. Sometimes just the main, kill the tech lab, researching steam, kill the starport, then maybe expand. You can check the mana on orbitals. If he's using his mules very effectively, you can throw a Dark Shrine, but you are very low on gas because as I was saying, you need multiple observers and so on. And then if the games go longer, then let's say 13 to 15 minutes, you should add some upgrades, charge lots, storm, maybe think about counterattacks, think about drops, and that's it. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.